Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Waffle Don in the building. How are we doing? How are we doing, people? Sunday morning, 9:30 UK time. Waffle Don with another transfer waffle session in motion. People, make sure you slap the likes, and if you're new, subscribe. We are going to go into subscribe mode right now. Let me just do that now before we continue. Big up to all those that will be watching now, later, and whenever. But people, Arsenal have a number 9, and his name goes by Victor Gyokeres. Obviously, I'm late to the party. Well, I wasn't late to the party, but I like to do my things when the dust has settled. I'm just here and I can talk about our new signing rather than all the noise everywhere else. Let everything just marinate, everything just settle. Then we can just talk about our new signing. Looking at this guy, yeah, he looks like someone that's got a lot of ambition. He looks like someone that wants to take Arsenal to the next level. It's funny, yeah, as soon as the signing comes in, I don't know if it's kids that talk or obviously it's not just kids, it's obviously adults as well. But as soon as Arsenal sign a striker, you know, he's a failure, he's going to fail next season, this and that, you know. And it's pretty childish mentality, you know, to want a striker who's at the top of his game to fail. Obviously, I get the banter in terms of, you know, you don't want Arsenal to win trophies, rivals, I get it. But come on, man. You know, this guy looks like a top professional. He looks like a top bagsman. You know, if he comes into Arsenal and he's a success, I'm sure a lot of you are going to go into hiding. A lot of you are going to take back what you said. Well, you won't take back what you said, but it will be there and it'll be clipped and it'll be used as evidence against you. If he fails, which I doubt he will, my glasses look so bent. I don't know. Maybe it's me in my morning. My glasses look bent. Maybe it's bent, or is it my head? Weird. Anyway, if he fails, which I doubt he will, I'm fully confident in Gyokeres' ability. Oh, he doesn't score. He doesn't score headers. That was the put down. He only plays on the shoulder of the striker. He's not going to score more than 10 goals. That's the latest one. He's not going to score more than 20 goals. Even Rants was talking about if he doesn't score 20 goals, he's a failure for Arsenal. Yeah. I have high hopes for him. I'm hoping he's going to score 25 goals at least, and I'm talking about in all competitions. I think at a club, and the thing is as well, yeah, no, if we win the league, no one talks about how many goals Gyokeres scores. If Gyokeres scores 8 goals next season and we win the league, no one talks about him. No one talks about him because he would have been part of a great team that had won the league. So, yes, I have high expectations for him to score goals. But if we win the league and he only scores 15 goals, so be it. No one cares. As long as we lift that trophy, nobody cares. But yeah, I've got expectation of 25 league goals, not 25 league goals, 25 goals in all comps. I'm hoping that he can do that. I know I like to set a high expectation for Gyokeres because I think he's a very good player. And I think the team that he's playing for, he's going to get loads of opportunities to score loads of goals. So welcome to Arsenal, Victor, and welcome to the YouTube world, where you will be supported by your guys. Yes, people are going to criticize you and stuff like that. People are going to say things and stuff like that. But you know what? We're egging you on, to do well and to be successful with Arsenal. Obviously, you've got the 14 shirt as well, a big shirt to have. But you know what? You can't do any worse than Nketiah. And I hope we don't have the Nketiah curse of the number 14 shirt, man, because he wore it after Henry, and look where that got him. But I've no doubt you're a much better striker than Nketiah. So big up to Gyokeres for signing for Arsenal. And you know what? Let's see some goals, my guy. I think he's going to be watching the game in Singapore. Is he going to be watching the game in Singapore? Newcastle game? I don't know how he's going to be doing all of that. I thought he was at Arsenal, but I don't know how he's going to get to Singapore unless he's flew like last night. That's a crazy thing. That's crazy. Unless he done his stuff early, Arsenal, he's going to be knackered, man. Then he's flying to Singapore. I heard he's going to be watching the game today anyway, against Newcastle anyway. Hopefully we're going to do a watch. Actually, I don't even know if I'm going to cover the watch along today. It's going to be a bit difficult. You know what? We'll go out and do the food shopping and all that kind of stuff, people, man. It's crazy. But on to, I suppose, Eze stuff. Not much in terms of talk. Something yesterday that came out, and it's just regurgitating all this rubbish again about Eze. Arsenal are still in contact with Eze's camp. And obviously those talks are being done at the moment. The player is keen to move to Arsenal, no doubt. So Arsenal just have to move a little bit quick in this scenario, I think, or this situation. We need to get Eze over the line, because not only other players are being looked at from Crystal Palace, but also other teams are going to be interested in Eze as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea came in with a bid. Chelsea, they want to buy everyone, innit? I wouldn't be surprised if they actually came in with a bid for Eze. We know Bayern Munich are also interested in Eberici Eze as well. But just watch this one, people, next week, yeah? If we don't hear nothing from next week or the week after, then it's going to be looking really unlikely. I'm seeing people in Twitter and Spaces saying the window's a 6 out of 10, and if we get Eze, it's a 10 out of 10. I can't even. No, I don't. It's not a 10 out of 10 window, man. 10 out of 10 window would be Eze and Rodrigo. Obviously, we're not getting both players, but that would be a 10 out of 10 window for me. Or Eze or Rodrigo. But no, that wouldn't be a 10 out of 10 window. 10 out of 10 window would be Vieira out, Nelton Reese out, Lokonga out, Jesus out. Who's the other guy as well that we're looking to shift as well? Can't remember. But those players out and getting Eze and Rodrigo in, that would be a 10 out of 10 window for me. Okay, so Eze, that one's just cooking right now. Reece Nelson to Fulham. That one's in advanced talks apparently. Fulham are interested in the player. He had a brief spell at Fulham last season, but he got injured. Is there anything on here actually about that? Had a brief spell. Look at that. Gyokeres quickly. Had a brief spell. Yeah. Listen. I've literally woken up a few hours ago, people. So just bear with me. I don't think there's anything on it anyway. Can't remember who broke the news yesterday, but yeah, Reece Nelson advanced talks to Fulham right now. I think that one will go over the line. I don't know whether it's going to be a loan or just a straight. I think is it a loan? I think it might be a loan with obligation to buy. I think Arsenal probably want a permanent sell. Who knows? I don't know. I don't really know what the full thing is there. Jesus to Flamenco. A loan with an obligation to buy. I think the structure would be half. We pay half his wages, so that's taking something off the wage bill. Yeah, you know what? I think it's going to be. I think it's a good deal. You know, he wants to be playing again, and maybe in a not so crazy league, even though Brazilian leagues are crazy. But you know, he's going to be the star boy over there, obviously, having played for Man City and Arsenal as well. So very recognised figure over there. And I think it's good for him now that the intensity is not as much as it is over here. He'd be out the spotlight as well. And he can just go over there and score loads of goals and just, you know, try and get a spot in the Brazil squad for the next for the World Cup next year. So yeah, if it happens, you know, big up to Gabriel Jesus. I hope. I'm wishing the best for him. Look at me, I'm just stuttering and everything because just literally kind of like woke up. I'm hoping the best for him. I'm hoping that, you know, he's a success at Flamenco. And I hope, you know what, if he stays fit, that he's able to, you know, get into the national side next season. But who knows? Who knows what happens? They've got so much talent. You know, it's crazy. But yeah, I think I've covered everything so far. I've covered everything. I've left anything. Let me just check here. So yeah, that one's David Ornstein's already spoken about it. Fuller in advance to sign Nelson as well. What I've got to say about Nelson, man, he's a very good player, man. I'll say he's a mid-table player. You know, he's a very good winger type forward. I think he'd do well if he can stay fit. You know, I think he'd do well at Fulham. And you know what? I think it's a good deal for the player because he's got competition at Arsenal. He's hardly ever going to get into the first team. Yeah, he's never going to get ahead of Trossard and Martinelli. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know, people got to move on and stuff like that. People got to just think of their careers and stuff. He's never going to play for England. I don't think he's going to get in the England squad unless he has some crazy season where he just scores 20 goals. Yeah, but I can't see that happening. But yeah, people, man, just a quick one, nothing too crazy. Got a show at 1:30 today with Craig as well. So we're going to be talking about Arsenal and obviously the signings that's coming. I want to hear what he has to say from his perspective. I'm going to let him talk today. You know, bring in a guest, let them talk, see what their thoughts are on the new players and on Arsenal as a whole. Obviously, we're playing Newcastle today. I suppose. Let me ask you guys a question. Yeah, are friendlies the new gas now? So people are getting gassed up over friendlies now. I'm seeing people saying this player's looking this good and that good and all that. But I always thought that friendlies were just friendlies and just fitness, you know. But I'm seeing people, oh, we beat you this and we beat you that. I don't care. I don't care. If we lose 10-0 to Newcastle today, I don't care. It means nothing. It's just a season friendly. Yeah. I don't care. Yeah. Or I would care if we lost 10-0, but you know what I mean? It's just a friendly, people, man. I've seen people doing analysis and deep analysis, and brother, allow it. Allow it. It's just a friendly, man. But yeah, people, man. It's one of them ones. I'm gonna be here, hopefully, God willing, tomorrow to do another daily transfer. Even if there's nothing happening, people, yeah, we're gonna keep the consistency up until September the 1st. Waffle Don in the building. We are out, my peoples.